This is your 2019 Mini Countryman. It is the largest Mini offering. Specifically, we have the John Cooper Works trim, and specifically, we have the Midnight Black Edition. As far as options go, we'll get through those throughout the video. Perk, the outline of the grille is in red. Perk, LED lights. Irk, halogen turn signals. Irk, halogen turn signals on the inside of the light as opposed to the outside. However, that's easily combated by the side marker right there. Closer look, and it's right below that nice John Cooper Works logo in red as well. Quirk, washer nozzles pretty far back as opposed to being put under here. Quirk, chrome trim, pretty nice. Carbon fiber mirror caps come with the Midnight Black Edition. Take a look at the side profile, which is where we started. 19-inch rims are the upgrade. 18-inch rims come out of the box. Red calipers for the John Cooper Works front and rear, very nice. Nice minimalism as far as the rim design goes. Taking a look at the rear, twin tailpipes, again, very cool. I like that Mini has tossed their logo in the turn signal. I like that, very nice. Also, keep in mind this shape because it mirrors the shape of the air vents up front. So kind of cool, kind of quirky. Countryman, there's your John Cooper Works badging there. 2 ways to open the trunk, actually 3 ways. So there's 1, and you could also tap that button, which is 2. I guess there's really 4 ways. That's 1, 2. You tap that, which is 3, and then there's a spot on the inside by the door, the footwell of the driver, which is 4. So lots of ways to get access to the trunk. Speaking of the trunk, there is storage down below. Very nice. And don't want to use that. You get, with the seats down, 1,390 liters of cargo space. Put the seats up, you get 450 liters of cargo space. So let's close that up with that. And let's take a quick peek in the back while we're here. There it is, little John Cooper Works logo there. So the seats go up and down in 3 ways, and there are 3 separate seats, 40, 20, 40. So there's 1, and then there's the second one, set it there. And then there is your third one, which goes up there, and you pull the armrest down, you get some cup holders. A couple of USB ports right down there. Sliding seats, I don't think I can do it with one hand. So instead, I will use the phone to show you that that's how you slide the seats forwards, backwards. Pretty roomy for 2 adults back here. Not the greatest for the middle passenger, but hey, you know what? It's rare that that's the case anyway. To release the seats, there is your independent for the driver's side. There is your independent one for the middle, and the one on the passenger side is right over there. So let's show you what that looks like. And down it goes. There is no seat release in the trunk. Just a little heads up, FYI. So you gotta spend the, I know, let's check it out. So if you're here, 1, 2, 3.5, open the door, 1 step forward and pull. So a little bit of effort, not that big of a deal. Anyways, that's what the front looks like if you're a rear passenger. And with that, let's go take a look at the front of the 2019 Mini Countryman. I'm gonna shoot this part of the video at night. Unlock the door. Mini logo shoots out from underneath the mirror cap. There it is right there in my hand. And yeah, so that shoots out of there and gets you right there. Back with an inside look at the 2019 Countryman. The seats are incredibly comfortable, and the side bolsters are great. The thigh bolsters are great. The thigh extender is great. Paid option for these seats as opposed to the other models. I really like that Mini has put the cup holder on an angle here, because my bottle of water wouldn't fit, but thanks to their design, it will. There's that 4th trunk release in conjunction with your foot, in conjunction with your hand, in conjunction with the remote control. Very nice. Instead of the handle moving, the whole thing moves with these buttons. So that's kind of a quirky thing. Upgraded Harman Kardon stereo system with this. Here's an Irk. Blank switches. Let's jump in the vehicle. Blank switch. That's an Irk. That's an Irk. I don't really like that. Anyways, moving onwards and upwards. The brake pedal and the gas pedal, for that matter, are oval shaped. That's oval shaped. And that's oval shaped, so I like the continuum there. Very nice. As mentioned in the exterior portion, The air vents are the same shape as the taillights, so that's kind of a cool thing. And they're all symmetrical. They all go vertical, 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 vertical. Kind of a quirky thing here. The shift release knob to let you change gears, it's red instead of black, and it's a nice touch because from this point of view, which is the driver's point of view, you don't really notice it at all. You just kind of put your hand back there, push it, get to your gear, and off you go. I really like the double red stitching here. That's a definite perk for me. And the start-stop engine is there. I kind of like it. It makes me feel like a pilot. Instead of just pushing a button or turning a key up there, just do that little thing. I like that. Massive perk. When I got the car, I shut off the auto start-stop. You can tell because the light's on. And it stayed off the entire week that I've had the car. So well done, Mini, for catering to your drivers. Because almost every other car I've been in, it's been, every time you stop the car, it resets to automatic on. All right, moving onwards, there are a couple of cup holders, so some storage right there. There's one USB, another USB. Let's take a look at that now. Another USB tucked in there. I like that this is fully adjustable and you can choose your height. Let's do that again. So down, up a bit, and you can hear the notches as you go, so you can get it as high as that. In here is not my wallet, but a wireless charger, so very cool spot to put that. Nice and out of the way, although it does get rid of some storage space. If you've got your phone and something else in there, that's I think the only logical spot they could have put it. Let me get rid of that pen. Just there's no space anywhere else to throw in a wireless charging pad. So good on you, Mini, for that. There is your massive circle-based infotainment system, and it just, it's cool because you can do everything from here, and the little ring lights up for almost everything. So I'm turning the volume up on this, and the ring goes. And I'm going to change my temperature from 20. You can see the ring will go blue, and it goes to red because the temperature's getting a little hotter. Quirk Mini only runs in full degrees. They don't do the half degree thing, so you will never get 24.5 degrees worth of heat in the vehicle. Doesn't matter to me specifically because 24.5 and 25 feel the same to me. Not that big of a deal. You can do all sorts of stuff from here. You get your navigation, you get all of your main menu stuff. It's really easy to use, and there is your controller. Circle base there, circle base there. Very cool. I get what you did, Mini. Very, very clever. You have your light controls there. Let's quickly run through all the different colors if we can. There's your green, and there's a blue, and there's a purple, and a red. Anyways, you guys know what that's all about. Here's a Quirk. It's not really that, but it's this. You get a side one. But let me get some better views. There we go. If you get rid of that and unlatch it and slide it over, the main one is lower than the side one, and I think this will give you less coverage, and all Mini had to do was make this slidable, and that would have solved the need for that. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. Passenger side does not get one. They just get the one that goes here. Still not slidable, but hey, you know what? That's okay. They call it a panoramic roof. Kinda, sorta. It's 2 separate ones because there's that panel in between. Manual sunshade. I like it like this as opposed to one big piece of glass. So people in the rear, if they want it kind of half closed or whatever, and you want full sun, you can get it. Or you can get it the other way around. If you don't want any sun like that, and the rear passengers do, you get it. So very, very nicely done, Mini. Full marks for you there. I think that'll wrap up the inside. I don't think I did this. The tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Pretty simple, right? But when you go for the tilt side, the gauge cluster moves in conjunction with the steering wheel. And for me, I always move the steering wheel so I can get a better view of the gauge cluster and all of my information there. But here, it's just hopefully everything looks good for you, and I haven't had any problems with it myself in the years that I've been doing Mini vehicles, and actually all vehicles, but for the Mini specific ones, it's always just been there's been enough space between the top of the wheel and the center portion that I get a clear view. So this is my actual driving position, and I can see perfectly with a little bit to spare as well. All right, that's gonna wrap the video up for the interior, and let's go and come back. We'll be right back for the drive portion. 2019, let's focus on the logo. 2019 Mini Countryman. There you go, that's better. 2 quick things about the inside I forgot. One, if you're like me and have the need for things to be symmetrical, whether they're like that or whether they're like that, and you want your volume there, you can do it, and then you can adjust your volume like that and then put it back to the middle, or like that, too loud. It's okay, just turn it down. Easy, done. Got my volume choice, and my volume indicator is the way I want it to be. Irk for me, again, with the need to have things straight. So here's a look at the top left of the windshield. You can tell it goes like that. It swoops up and curves around. That's just the design of the car. But just looking at it, it's just a little irky for me, and quirky because it doesn't go and follow a straight line. Kind of goes up. So yeah, that's that. Okay, back for real this time with the inside driving portion, as opposed to the outside driving. We'll be right back. Driving portion, 2019 Countryman. As mentioned, the Midnight Black Edition gives you a bunch of stuff. So highlights are heated front seats, sports seats, power seats with the thigh extension. You get memory seats, sliding and reclining rear seats. You get the dual sunroofs, as they call the Panorama. You get the 8.8-inch full-color touchscreen. You get CarPlay, you get the wireless charger. The headlight trims, which are black. The taillight trims, which are black. The grille trim, which is red. And a few other goodies in there as well. Noticeably absent is the blind spot monitoring system, bliss, whatever you call it. Would have liked to have seen that. A little irk for me when you push down left or right, depending on which way you want to turn on the turnstock. It returns to center instead of staying down. So right now I'm looking to turn left. So I'll put the signal off. Stop. So I don't know if you can see it. Anyways, it comes right back up as opposed to staying down. So yeah, I don't really like that, because if you're going to make like just a lane change and you hit it too hard, your signal stays off. So then you might want to push it back to get it, it stays on. You push the other way to get it off, and then you put your right signal on. It's a little confusing. So I'm happy they're slowly phasing that out. As far as power goes, it shares the same engine as the X1, and that's your turbo 4 2-liter, 228 horse, 258 pound-feet of torque. And in true Mini fashion, the car drives incredibly well. It's fun, it's nimble, it's sporty, it's agile. Your turns are great, your cornering is great, your handling is fantastic. Because that's in the Mini DNA, right? Create something that's fun to drive. And sometimes I forget that I'm driving Mini's biggest offering with the Countryman by having all sorts of space back there. But, you know, the car handles well. And what's important for me is that there's a tremendous amount of functionality as well. It's got the 4 doors, it's got the seats that go down 40, 20, 40. You can put them up or down in any kind of configuration that you want. You have that underneath, that's not even a word. You have the beneath floor storage as well for a little bit extra, and that'll come in handy quite a bit if you're a couple, you're a family, whatever your system is. As far as your household goes, and people go in the car goes, go in the car, people are in the car goes. Anyways, I like that it's a touchscreen. I don't use it, but I like to know that I have the option to use it. I've spent almost all of my time with the controller just beneath my right arm. Creature comforts are good. You know, everything is within reach, and if I want to change the radio station, if I want to change the climate controls, I'm not digging through menus to try and find it. It's as simple as you turn a dial, you know, you go through your stations, you get your presets there and whatnot. Drive modes, sport and green, bottom right, new way for Mini to do things. Personally, I liked it better when it was on the ring. You can just do a quick flick left or right. But, you know, this also, it's like what, a hand's width apart for the new way of doing things. Turning radius is really, really nice. And the good thing about this being so small, and not a shot against Mini because I know it's their biggest offering, but it's still very, very easy to park. Yes, I know it's their largest offering, and you got a ton of cool stuff, and you got a ton of storage, but it still has that kind of small-ish footprint that makes it, again, like I said, easy to park, easy to drive, and very, very nimble on the road, whether you're going on or off highways or in a parking lot, whatever your conditions and situations may be. The Countryman is very good at its job. All right, so that's going to wrap the video up. If you have any questions on what we've talked about here, please let me know in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll be back sooner than later with our next review.